feel like a grandma about to tell you like a little story time. Alright, so let me get right into it because I don't really like doing intros. This video is about me thrift flipping my wardrobe. I just opened my closet and I noticed like I have a bunch of clothing pieces that I never wear. So I picked out the ones that I got inspired by, and today I'm going to show you 5 of them. I did not thrift these things. Me saying it's a thrift flip is kind of not true. I don't know how else to, like, I don't want to say transforming my clothes. Like, it's like a thrift flip, okay? Just imagine I thrifted those things. It's the same thing. So I want to add a little disclaimer that these sewing projects are some of my first, if not my very first. Just the sewing in general is very new to me. You will hear me say how much I like something a lot because almost everything turned out as good or even better as I wanted it to turn out, which is great for me. But let's start with presenting the victims. First, we have an extremely oversized polo shirt. It's a black polo shirt. It's, I think, a triple XL. It's way too big on me, just not flattering at all. I cannot wear it even as an oversized shirt. It's like way too oversized, over the point where it doesn't look good anymore. The second one are actually 2 pieces. It's 2 regular sweaters. It's brown and a gray sweater, and the gray one has a little bit of hair dye at the neckline in the back. So that's amazing. The third one, whatever this is, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what it was supposed to be. Either a very long tank top or just a dress with very risky slits on both sides. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out, but I think it's either one of them. The fourth one is a summer maxi dress, and the last one will be a very old t-shirt that doesn't even fit me, so I don't even have a video of me presenting or trying it on before I made any changes. So these are the pieces I'm going to thrift flip. So let's just go ahead and start with the first piece. This one was one of the easiest pieces because I just went with the first idea that came into my mind. I immediately thought about turning the oversized polo shirt into a 2-piece set, kind of. So just cutting it in the middle and making a crop top and a little mini skirt. So for that, it was very easy. I just put on the shirt inside out and marked where I wanted to crop it. I try not to make the skirt too small or too short. I first made the top where I just had to finish the seam. But when I put the shirt on, I noticed that it was a little bit too short. I think if you wear something underneath, it's completely okay. But I didn't plan on wearing anything underneath it, so I guess I'm just not going to raise my hands or move at all. So after I finished the top, I had a big circle of fabric left and it was way too big, so I had to take in the sides. I think I made it a little too tight, like I wanted it to be more of an A line, and now it's more like tighter on my body. You know what, it's fine, it's the first skirt I've ever made, okay? Like, I'm very much satisfied with the result and I can wear it, and that's the most important part. So for the second project with the 2 sweaters, actually I got inspired by a girl on Instagram. I don't know what her name is, but she makes kind of like patchwork sweaters. She always cuts up 2 different colored sweaters or different patterned ones and then sews them together again. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. So because I knew I couldn't use the body part of the gray sweater, I would cut off the arms and use the gray arms. And I cut off the arms of the brown sweater too and attached the gray ones to the brown sweater. So it was kind of like patchwork, mismatch, whatever you want to call it. So I was kind of proud of myself for that one. And also I recycled the arm parts of the brown sweater into leg warmers because I saw on TikTok and Instagram and stuff how people made leg warmers out of cutting up their sweaters. For the next one, the weird tank top slash dress kind of thingy, I knew I wanted to get rid of that slit part, the dress part. I don't know, I just wanted to crop it. There, I made my mistake again, that I cut it a little too short. I remembered watching videos where they made like those, how should I say, those were also kind of like patchwork top. Oh. Okay, my camera just stopped recording, but anyway. So yeah, I remembered looking at those patchwork crop tops that were sewn together in a way where you could see the stitches and they were like kind of in a wavy kind of form, or as I like to call it, a lettuce seam finish. Because it kind of reminds me of lettuce, and I also read it somewhere, so maybe it is called a lettuce finish. That's why it was also a little bit shorter, because as it goes into this wavy form, it also gets a little shorter somehow. Don't ask me the physics behind that, but it's still an okay length, so I can still wear it. And I can even raise my arms, not like with the first crop top that I made. Okay, the next one. Now, this is my favorite sewing project that I've done so far. This was the one that turned out even better than I imagined it. I love it so much. I started out with this maxi dress that had this pattern going on, and it was just way too big for me. It was just hanging on my body, kind of like a potato sack. Like, I'm not even saying it as a joke. It was really just a piece of fabric on my body. So the first thing I had to do was, again, just take in the sides. And then I tried it on and it looked so good. And then I was really insecure about whether I should continue with what I imagined for the dress or just leave it as it is, because my original plan was to take in the sides and then to add an elastic to both sides and to kind of gather the fabric with it. But then I tried it on and I fell in love with it. I was like, wow, should I continue or should I just leave it like this, because I really want to wear it like this. But then I felt like it would have been too boring. I wouldn't have done as much as I wanted to, so I really wanted to continue with that. I really had to think about it for like 2 days. That's how much of a struggle it was. I had to go out and buy an elastic band because I didn't have enough at home. I tried on the dress again, measured the length of the elastics on both sides. I pinned one side down for the elastic and the other side I just improvised and just did it like freehand, but it turned out good, so I don't see a difference between the two sides. And if you do, please don't point it out, because I want to stay in my delusional world that I slayed that with just freehanding it and not pinning down both sides. So the final dress is so pretty, and I feel like the elastic isn't even that visible. I feel like it's just a little detail. Why am I getting emotional? I'm just so happy that now it looks even better. Let's get to the final one. Now, this one was a pain in the ass, really. To pick out one more thing that I was sure what I wanted to do with it was kind of hard. So I looked through that pile one more time, and at the bottom I found a yellow Adidas shirt. The arms are like this tiny, like how should my shoulders fit in there? I don't know. And I already had thoughts about turning that top into a tube top, but I felt like that was boring as well. But here we are now. I took that t-shirt, that baby tee, cropped off the shoulders, and I had to be really careful when I was cutting because the Adidas logo is like right here. That's right where I wanted to cut it. So it was a bit stressful there. So I took the sides in once again, and then I cropped it also a little because it was too long. I don't like shirts that are too long on me. Obviously I crop everything. The fun part is I actually was able to use the leftover fabric, elastic, and measure around here where the top of the tube top was, because I wanted to sew in the elastic band to make it hold better. The t-shirt itself, or like the tube top in itself, is really not trustworthy at all. So I did that with the elastic so it would hold up better. But I'm really glad I have a tube top now, and I actually don't wear a lot of yellow. I actually don't wear yellow at all, but I'm also very excited to wear this. I know I didn't really show you all the pieces in their full glory, so I wanted to show them how I would style them, what I would wear with them, and just make it a little bit more aesthetic, just romanticize them a little bit more. Yeah, let's just spice them up a little.